All right, we are now ready to start the elevator pitch round. So this is going to be a rapid fire round where the remaining semifinalist teams will deliver 2-minute elevator pitches and no follow-up Q&A with judges. The judges will rank and score each pitch and ultimately decide who will win the $2,000 elevator pitch award and a brand new iPad. So make sure you stick around until the end, and you'll also have a chance to vote for your favorite elevator pitch to win an extra $1,000 Audience Choice Award. So now help me welcome our first elevator pitch contestant, Reading Ramp.
America is in crisis. Over 70% of American high schoolers lack basic reading proficiency. These students are 5 times less likely to go to college. Obviously, current solutions are not working. Reading therapists charge up to $150 per hour, and generalized reading tutors lack effectiveness. This gap leaves millions of children abandoned and destined for economic failure. Reading Ramp was built to fill this gap. Reading Ramp revolutionizes reading therapy by digitalizing a traditional dyslexia therapy-based curriculum and then distributing it to a wider audience at a fraction of the cost. Our expert teachers provide one-on-one online comprehensive tutoring to students across the nation. At just $20 versus $60 market average point, we provide fun, engaging, and effective intervention. We have designed our own first-of-its-kind comprehensive software suite that gives students and teachers hundreds and hundreds of hours of interactive, effective, and engaging content. All in all, we provide infinite economic value at an affordable price point. Our model has been proven, both on the business and the student standpoint. Our students in just 6 weeks grow up to 1.5 years of reading age. On the business side, we have served over 100 students over the past 2 years. Our average student is acquired for $20, drives $2,500 in revenue and $1,200 in profit for a 60x ROI on customer acquisition cost. We're at a pivotal moment in our business. With our 2-week customer acquisition cost payback period and our average 11-month customer lifespan, we have genuine potential for flywheel effect in our business model. With just $1 of investment, in a few months, that dollar of investment could turn into hundreds of dollars of revenue as we reinvest in customer acquisition. This issue is important to me and is very personal. When my 10-year-old brother couldn't read, my family went into $50,000 of debt because an effective and affordable solution did not exist. So in response, I joined up with a career therapist and solved that. Thank you.
All right, next up we have VMV.
Good afternoon, my name is Katia Louie, and today I will be presenting VMV. Did you know that currently in the US, the obesity rate stands at 42%? And this rate is rapidly increasing by 0.67% each year, and it is expected to continue this way all the way up to the year 2030. But that is only if we allow it. Interestingly, we have also seen that the vegan and vegetarian interest rate has increased. The vegan rate has increased by 20%, and the vegetarian interest rate has grown by 7% over the last couple years. And this is where we make a connection. As higher obesity rates, this creates health concerns, and we get more customers to look into the healthy alternatives. And that is why we created VMV. VMV is a vegan and vegetarian restaurant that is ready to revolutionize the healthy fast food industry. Starting off with our menu, some of the fast food that we offer in our menu are veggie burgers, veggie hot dogs, veggie pizza, veggie pasta, as well as desserts, original drinks, and even breakfast. But VMB does not stop there. VMB has created an innovation that we believe will bring in the most customers. The ready-to-go lunchbox. This lunchbox was created for individuals who are always on the go, such as families and employees. This lunchbox would be purchased as a one-time fee, and then our customers would have the opportunity to refill their lunchbox whenever they need it. But what is included in our lunchbox? In our lunchbox, we can find a main course meal, as well as a side, and that's a lot of Tupperware, and as well has a drink. B&B is not just a vegan and vegetarian restaurant, but it's an opportunity to revolutionize the whole healthy fast food industry. With B&B, we are allowing... Okay. Thank you. That's a lot of Tupperware. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Safer Story.
Just a few months ago, 23-year-old Zachary Adoer was stabbed on West Campus. West Campus, an area where hundreds to thousands of students are living at or signing next year, including myself. That night, many only found out thanks to social media because UTPD failed to issue an alert until the next day. Can you imagine being a student that night, walking home alone, late at night, completely unaware? How would you stay safe? This question haunted my friend Sarah, who was just 1 block away when this occurred, along with many of the 236 students and dozens of local business owners that I interviewed. It's clear that students were concerned about being unaware of these dangers, and business owners were concerned about losing customers due to crime nearby. My name is Raghav Kata, and I knew that something had to change. That's why I created Safer Story, a personal safety app to help people like Sarah make smarter, safer decisions on their way home. Just a few weeks ago, Sarah was walking home from a late night at the PCL when she received a notification. A mugging had been reported on her route to home. Instead of obliviously walking towards the danger, she was able to stop and get analysis about multiple other routes that are safer and well lit. However, she still didn't want to stay outside. Luckily, Safer Story also partners and shows safe spots where local businesses have been trained and are willing to provide shelter. She saw that the nearest spot was Pizza Press, one of her favorites. So she went in and grabbed a slice of pizza and she waited for the situation to clear. That night, Sarah was able to get home safely and confidently. Every single student deserves the right to a safe and confident trip home. And that's why over 100 students and multiple local businesses have already partnered with us here at Safer Story. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to make our streets safer. One step at a time.
We have Energy Umbrella.
It's late at night. You're preparing for that big presentation tomorrow. Your children are studying, your partner is cooking in the kitchen, and suddenly, darkness, another power outage that stops your life. And while this probably wouldn't happen to you, this is life every single day for 500 million Indian residents that face power outages from an hour and a half to 3 hours every single night. But urban families don't have a solution for this. Expensive solar panels can't be installed in their small apartment balconies. And individual solar solutions in India can only charge a phone, which isn't enough to keep an entire family running. And grid solutions are too expensive for the middle class. And so imagine if families had an affordable and reliable source of power for their home that kept their devices charged, that powered the fans, and most importantly, kept their lights on. That's what the Energy Umbrella does. The Energy Umbrella is an affordable and reliable solar energy source that uses foldable and ergonomic solar panels to capture sunlight in all directions. The solar panels collapse into a pod, it's portable, it's space efficient for their homes, and families can use the power at night when there's outages. Our product can charge 6 LED bulbs for 15 hours, 2 table fans for 3 hours, and power multiple devices, all without relying on grid power. It's ideal for the urban Indian families. We've talked to 30 plus potential users, we've conducted proof of concept testing, and we're currently building our prototype that's ready to be piloted. And we've heard from countless people that tells us the Energy Umbrella solves their critical and unmet need. But power outages don't only affect people in India, it affects millions of people across developing countries. And so we hope the Energy Umbrella can solve for energy inequality globally. Because the Energy Umbrella is more than just a product. It's about powering homes and powering lives. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Young Bros.
having over 380 million active users in the past month. Roblox, which is like a YouTube for games where game developers can come, create, and monetize their games, is now not only the world's fastest growing, but the biggest gaming platform in the world. So despite this, why is there 2.5 million developers on the platform? And less than 1% of these developers are actually making money from their games. Not because of market saturation or because of lack of talent on the platform, but simply because these developers, despite being able to make great games, they lack the fundings, the expertise, and experience in key areas needed to succeed, such as marketing, funding, and financial planning. That's why at Young Bros, we help these developers turn their games into businesses by first, offering funding in exchange for revenue share and equity in their businesses. Second, giving these developers access to our exclusive ecosystem of top contractors as well as influencers with millions of subscribers. And third, letting these developers sustain their games by live operations through us, as well as partnering with major brand deals such as Walmart, who we have actually partnered with in the past before. Take Jacob, for example, a young developer who struggled to get his game seen. We provided Jacob funding, as well as boosted his marketing using our knowledge on the platform's algorithm, as well as hooking him up with influencers who let his game be seen by millions upon launch. After relaunching, Jacob's game became one of the top fighting games on the platform and sold to a larger studio for over $500,000, despite being only taking $15,000 to develop. Jacob, using the money, was able to pay for college in full, as well as went on to pursuing his dream as being a full-time game developer. And for us, being invested in this game made over 50 times how much we invested in only under 1 month. Up to date, we only have 4 games, but we have already made over $100,000 in annual recurring revenue, with 60 to 80% profit margins on just these games, or depending on the game. Thank you for your time.
Next up, we have Park Now. Yeah.
All right. Finding parking for events, for maybe like this one, is really difficult. Affordable and convenient parking. For events like the UT Georgia game that's coming up this weekend, event goers are paying around $96 and walking around 25 minutes from their car to the stadium. Parking is a problem, but with Park Now, we are connecting drivers and homeowners together for more convenient and affordable parking.
So Park Now works in 2 steps. First, the homeowners can list their available parking spots for any given event or time duration on the platform. And then 2, potential drivers can go in and book those parking spots for designated times. Firstly, we already have 150 potential users for this app on the wait list, and we don't seek to stop growing. As for the current UT Georgia game, we already have a couple spots ready to be filled by potential drivers who need event parking. We are much more safer compared to traditional public parking, as there's less sketchy areas, especially in residential areas. We also are more accessible, as our parking spots are closer typically to the events, and we're also cheaper compared to parking garage, can cost up to $100 for an event. Eventually, our main goal is to develop a network of parking spots for short term to allow going to your favorite restaurant as easy as saying, "Hey Siri, take me to Chili's."
Join us now, scan the QR code to sign up for our wait list so that you don't have to struggle with parking anymore. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Kira.
Everyone here has a full-time job, right? Now picture this. Out of the blue, you're handed another full-time job. No choice, no preparation, no salary, and the pressure immense because someone's life is quite literally in your hands. Imagine the weight of that responsibility, feeling unqualified, unsupported, yet unable to walk away. But that's the reality of caregiving. My mom's decade-long experience as the primary caregiver for my grandma with schizophrenia has been an eye-opener. This responsibility has taken a huge toll on her physical and mental health. But the problem is massive. 53 million Americans are family caregivers with little to no guidance on how to make decisions for their loved ones every single day. Yet, research shows that if the caregivers provide poor quality of care, the patient is twice more likely to be hospitalized. That's why we want to empower caregivers to take those decisions on their own using Cura. Cura is an AI-powered caregiving assistant that provides personalized treatment plans and care management so that we can ensure well-being of both caregivers and patients. We offer actionable, flexible, easy-to-follow care strategies that can be implemented anytime, anywhere, and caregivers can ensure that the patient is in good health. Why is the time for this now? Because US is experiencing a huge social worker shortage, and caregivers currently rely on them for guidance. With a lack of social workers and overbooked social workers, caregivers will have no support left for them. We have validated this demand through extensive market research by interviewing 45 caregivers, 11 social workers, and 8 healthcare providers who have let us know that Cura will meet so many demands of care and lessen the burden on the industry. We have 2 of nation's leading caregiving researchers and 5 talented UT students on our team who are working on delivering the product by end of December. Cura, caring for our caregivers.
Next up, we have Upscale.
Hi, everyone. My name is Arturo Garcia, and I am an owner and a founder of Upscale. So last summer, I was out training soccer at a local high school when a man approached me, and he told me he was really impressed by my skills, and he asked me if I wanted to train his son. That summer, I spent my time training Ethan, who I was able to really help him develop his skills in soccer. However, I was also able to build a lasting relationship with him as well. And that made me realize that there's a problem. There's millions of young athletes out there who are really eager to improve their skills. However, they don't have the access to trainers. Likewise, trainers who are really passionate and have the expertise to help out these athletes, they can't connect with them either. And so this experience really inspired me to create Upscale. So Upscale is an app that is designed to bridge this gap by connecting athletes to trainers. So our app uses a smart-based algorithm that matchmakes trainers to athletes based on the athlete's skill and their sport, and particularly their skill that they're looking to improve and their location as well. And so unlike our competitors, Upscale focuses on sports-specific coaching. So we allow our trainers to have control essentially over all of the different aspects that go into their training. So their pricing, their scheduling, as well as their services. So this is what sets us apart from other trainers in the industry. And so the sports and fitness market is valued at over $40 billion, and with millions of athletes every day seeking personalized in-person training, when you invest in Upscale, you're investing in more than just an app. You're essentially investing in a movement that is looking to build a stronger foundation of more well-connected sports communities. And so ultimately what we're doing is we're not just going to improve performance in our local sports communities, we're building a thriving network of collaborators, competitors, and champions. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, next up we have Natural.
We are living amidst a mental health crisis in our country, especially among young people. 42% of members of Gen Z have been diagnosed with a mental health condition. And the average cost of a therapy session is $175. So for young people, therapy is inaccessible, it's too expensive, and it's something that a lot of people just don't want to talk about given the stigma. Not to mention that across the country, 160 million people live in areas with a mental health provider shortage, and that shortage is 8,000 providers, and we don't see that being filled anytime soon. So what's the answer to this problem that millions of people are facing and suffering with in our country? Well, I believe technology and recent advancements in AI can really help bring this towards people at a more affordable price and much quicker than the wait times they might expect in seeing a traditional therapist. So that's why we're building Natural, an AI mental health coach in your pocket. Natural is based on a fine-tuned AI model that's been trained on thousands of real therapist responses to ensure that it gives accurate responses to our users at a fraction of the price. Additionally, Natural is always there for you 24/7 through text and voice mode. So it's 100 times cheaper and 100 times faster to use than traditional therapy. But why am I building this? Well, it's a problem I've experienced myself. Accessing therapy is extremely difficult. It can take weeks to get in with someone, and it's quite expensive. So even if you're fortunate to have insurance or other mode of payment, it can still be quite a burden. Additionally, we've spoken to many therapists and people that have used other AI platforms for therapy, and it seems to be something that's really catching on, but there's not any products that are designed specifically for Gen Z or for providing 24/7 access. So thank you so much.
All right. That's the end of our elevator pitch round. Thank you, and have another big round of applause for all of the elevator pitch contestants. You all did a fantastic job. I hope you're as proud of yourselves as we are of you. As a reminder, cast your vote here for the Elevator Pitch Audience Choice Award. So now that all of today's pitches are finished, our judges and director will be rejoining us shortly to announce today's winners. So hang tight and we'll make the awards announcement shortly.
Yeah. So the Elevator Pitch Award, based on the judge ratings, is Cura.
Thank you so much. Really enjoyed your presentation and just what you're building and the passion behind it for your family. It's really apparent, and it's such a huge problem, so it's great to see that you're addressing it. In terms of some next steps, I would definitely continue to validate the market, the solution that you're providing, and then just hone in on how your solution differentiates against potential other solutions or competitors that could come onto the market. So really just honing in, taking those next steps, continuing to build, and can't wait to see what you do with it. Congrats.
And we have an Elevator Pitch Audience Choice Award to announce, and the winner is Young Bros.
Yeah, so I got to tell you, it was a really hard choice for us. We spent a lot of time talking about it. You guys are both very, very impressive as companies. Obviously, your business has got a lot of greenfield in front of it and huge market, huge opportunity. I think the challenges that you might focus on are as you're taking equity in projects that people are doing, you might have you got to figure out a way to scale that efficiently at small scale for the legal costs and just the complexity around taking equity positions. And then the marketing is a big part of your potency in driving the return so fast. So how to maintain the strength of that as you do it at scale. But you got a great opportunity ahead of you. Congratulations. Sure.
All right. So without further ado, the fourth place award for the 2024 Free Family Pitch Competition goes to